Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Man to Man Pod. We back Monday, July 3rd, one day before 4th of July. Happy early 4th to everybody out there. AB, what's good, man?
What's good, man? Tell me something good, man. How was your weekend? You know, you was just talking. You know, on the golf course. my man D-Buck about the end of the team, man. The Glizzy God, man. He said, you know, he got him a Glizzy God, man, and got him a Glizzy, dressed it up real good on the 9th hole, man. But
hey, you gotta do
good.
what you gotta do. You know, when in Rome, you hit that turn halfway through golfing. They had a Glizzy, a Glizzy and a soda 650 special out there. My boy Ty Trevor, hey, had to do it. Tore that thing up. Pause. Ketchup mustard only. I don't do relish or none of the other bullshit. Ketchup mustard. That thing, hey, it did.
Got you right.
Did what?
Got you right, huh?
Hey,
I get it.
Set me up to finish strong. Pause. But I want to have the pod, DB. We got AB, obviously, on the other side. Glad to be back with y'all. Another Monday to start the week off. Weekend was great. Weekend was excellent. Got some friends in town. He got his kids and family in town, so we spent a lot of time over there. Always good to, get the kids and the old heads together. Obviously, holiday weekend going into this week. Kids out of school, so it was great, man. We don't have football, we don't have basketball right now, but my F1 is in full swing,
and we're gonna talk about that, man. It's been a lot of talk on F1, man, and there's a lot of people have the same sentiments that I have, man. But we're gonna definitely talk about that on the other side for sure.
For sure. So F1 big weekend there. Obviously, another dominant weekend for somebody in that sport. IndyCar had a good race. I didn't catch much of it, but saw some highlights. IndyCar had a great race. First time, I believe, in like 20-something years, they've had a race car driver win 3 consecutive races. NASCAR also had a race on the streets of Chicago. Wet streets. Saw a little bit of that. That looked terrible. Clicked out of that real quick. But yeah, what else we got? Anything else?
Man, we got a lot of boys on the NBA on the hardwood poles, man, getting that good paper, getting that long paper, man. So definitely gonna talk about that, man. Dame Dollars trying to get out of Portland, man. Maybe can see him down there, your home state, down in Florida, down South Beach, man. But again, like you said, got a lot to talk about. Again, man, we got to talk about this this betting. Some more names that was dropped.
Yep.
In the NFL, that's not going to be able to either a year-long suspension or 6-game suspension. So we got to talk about that.
Sure.
But yeah, man, good convo coming up, baby.
With that being said, this pod is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook in America. And as me and AB and I always say, if you're an athlete, if you got that jersey on, you got one of these patches, one of them logos on, you're fortunate enough to have one on for however long you do, it ain't worth it.
At all.
Just wait. It's too many roads, too many minefields to navigate to try to do it right. So just wait. Trust me, it'll be there, and it'll probably be bigger and better by the time you get to it anyway. So take your time. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. Rocket Mortgage Classic winner there, big winner there, big talk there in the golf world. Saw some great things on the internet this weekend on Twitter. I think I got with my hardware. So these are on the big board rims, big board goals, big board teams. But I think I got a lead for you, AB. I think I got a lead for you, AB.
What's that?
We're gonna talk about on the other side, man.
The 8.5, the rim with the 8.5.
New basketball league.
Nah. I mean, it looks exciting.
It did. We're gonna see.
But now we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna tap into it.
Yep. And then obviously the best part of the show is the interaction from the fans in the chat on the internet. Use that hashtag M2M Live, and we'll see y'all on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man to man. Yeah, we talking. Man to man. They can't guard me. Man to man. They don't wanna see us. Man to man. They don't know how to beat us. Man to man. Man to man. Man to man. Man to man. Yeah, man. Must be the struggle that's in me, that's why I want it so bad. Must be the hustler in me that keep my foot on the gas. When you got it from nothing, then hard times ain't so bad. Just know I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I put my life inside it. Yeah, I kept it solid. Yeah, I played the field. That's how I feel about it. We put numbers on the board. We always up the score. Yeah, we stuck to the plan and never ran. Now they can't see it, man. Yeah, we talking. Man to man. They can't guard me. Man to man. They don't wanna see us. Man to man. They don't know how to beat us. Man to man. Man to man. Man to man.
Any way we can get it, baby. Any way we can get it. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. What you want to jump into, man? What you want to jump off with on this beautiful Monday?
Let's jump into the F1, man. Let's talk about it.
Hey, you know I'm always ready to jump into that space. Formula One was back this weekend in the Red Bull Ring. The Austrian Grand Prix. AB, any guesses who won?
Man, Max, man. You already know. We already know. The world knows. Max, Red Bull.
Surprise, surprise. Max Verstappen with another dominant performance in that car. Great driver, great machinery, great team. Once again, executing and dominating the entire weekend. And with that being said, I also dominated the weekend too with FanDuel Sportsbook. Had my Grand Prix parlay up there. Had 3 guys. So they've changed this. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So this is a big shout out to FanDuel. I presenting sponsor this show. But they've been putting together some stuff specifically for the listeners of this show, for myself and for the F1 fans out there, because right now it's not a huge betting market for this sport. Reason why is what AB always talks about. Hey, it's dominated by this. So if you want to bet on Max to win, it's like minus 800 before the race starts or whatever. So there are other ways that you can put together plays and make money. So I put together this 3-leg parlay.
So let me interject.
Go ahead.
Can you put that parlay back up there, please? Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, and Charles Leclerc. You can put this parlay up for every race, and 9 times out of 10, you will hit your parlay. Yeah.
So Perez,
hey,
he finishes top 6 a lot. Leclerc as well, but you got to think. So in racing, you have accidents.
Come on now, D-Butt.
You have engine failures. You got accidents. Sometimes it's rain. Maybe you get a bad pit stop. Maybe you get bad strategy. Happens all the time, Ferrari. But once again, all 3 of these legs were all like, so to your point, once again, these legs were like minus 400 individually to hit. So they are very likely to hit if none of those things happen. But for all 3 of them to hit, now you basically getting to like even money. So I'm betting 100, I'm winning like 90 on that 100. So yeah, all these things supposed to hit, but it's still racing. It's like the Colts in 08 playing the Texans, y'all gonna have a 12.5 point spread. Like y'all gonna win that game unless 5 starters get hurt.
I'm gonna roll my dice, man. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one, man. I'm gonna pick out. It's just gonna be probably 4 or 5 names that you can pick and you can put in that parlay, and I'm gonna roll my dice. And I used to do anyway in the locker room. Knock y'all heads, balls. But
get your head tore off in that locker room.
But I get it. But y'all keep following D-Buck on the parlay.
I'm gonna tell you what, too. I don't just be putting these shit together. So these my notes right here for my parlay, right? These my notes. So I don't be leading y'all wrong. And initially, so for Lewis Hamilton, I think he started in 5, and he ended up 8 in the race. So he would have been somebody that you would have said, oh, that, because he was minus 440 to finish in the top 6 too. Didn't happen. Carlos Sainz ended up getting bumped down because of some penalties after the race as well. So there are very likely finishers in that top 6, but once again, it is racing. Shit does happen. This was the top 10. So, for example, if you would have bet Lando Norris to finish in that top 6, those odds would have been a lot higher, but I had no faith in McLaren going into the race. But Verstappen won, Charles Leclerc in 2nd, Sergio Perez in 3rd, which he started his race in 15, ended up in 3rd. Lando Norris 4th, Fernando Alonso 5th, Carlos Sainz 6th, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Lance Stroll, and Pierre Gasly. So,
very familiar faces on that podium.
Very much so. Very much so. All-time race wins. Max Verstappen passed the late great Ayrton Senna on the all-time wins list with 42 now. Senna had 41. Alan Prost with 51. Sebastian Vettel 53. Michael Schumacher with 91, and the great Sir Lewis Hamilton with 103. And this tweet stood out to AB from Joe
He did
Pump.
it. Hey, Joe Pump, man, shout out to him, man. Y'all need to follow Joe Pump on Twitter. That's if you're still interested in the app.
Big
if. But Joe Pop, man, he tweets a lot of about the business of sports, and the people in the sports, and what they're doing on the business side and what the sports are doing on the business side. So he's a great follow. But he did tweet something, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that again, I talk about on this pod when D-Butt talks about F1. And Joe Pop says Formula One is in a tough spot. They timed up the hype of Netflix F1 show perfectly with a super competitive season in 2021. But now Red Bull wins every race by 20 seconds. And many new fans in the U.S., i.e. Antoine Bethea, are already losing interest. The sport needs to be competitive to keep growing. Again, I think it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. The rollout, the concept, you got some big time players in it, as we know, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, and I've been saying this again, Max right now is killing the game. And I'm pretty sure at other times, other eras in F1, there was somebody else that was the head honcho, i.e. Lewis Hamilton, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, everybody, there's a list right here, basically.
Yeah. But again, for somebody new that's trying to get into F1, that's trying to show interest or whatever the case may be, like, I just feel like it's tough because, again, you want to see a competitive
parity. In American sports, we always talk about parity, trying to create parity.
Yeah, we want to see that. And I was thinking about this morning because I knew we were going to talk about this. So, like, even when you talk about the dynasties, right? So you talk about a Golden State Warrior, you talking about the Chicago Bulls, you talk about the New England Patriots, and we can kind of go down. Like, even Tiger Woods, when he was in his, when he was on fire on the course, but I feel as though it was still opportunity there that, it was going to be another team or another person that was either going to be able to push. Like, here, man, like right now, where we at right now, man, it ain't even, it's not even fair, D-Butt.
Opportunity. Nobody wasn't beating MJ in the book. When you think about all these dynasties, is when you got the perfect pairings. When you got Tim Duncan and Cole with a great coach like Greg Popovich. When you got the Bulls, Scotty, Mike with Phil Jackson, Shaq, Kobe, Phil Jackson, Andy Reid, and Patrick Mahomes. Like, sometimes Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Sometimes, like, you're not beating that shit. Yeah, it's an opportunity if something goes
That's
awry.
what I'm saying. Like, not even that. Like, shoot, like.
I like domination in sports personally. So even though I'm kind of new to F1, I don't mind because when that person does come close to lose, it's like, oh shit, it makes it more exciting. But it is dominant. It's so dominant. Max is so dominant, to your point, that yesterday in the race, he had like a 25-second gap. In an F1, you get one extra point if you get the fastest lap for the race. And he hadn't had the fastest lap. And when you get fresh tires, that's when you get the most grip. That's when you go the fastest. So this dude calls in on the radio, tells his team, I want to pit for new tires to get the fastest lap. So his team is like, his principal is basically head coach, like, nah, like, you good. Just finish the race. We don't need the extra point. We don't want to risk it. Something go wrong in the pit stop. Somebody tire get jammed, whatever. He like, I'm coming in. So they come in, he changed the tire, swap out, go and get the fastest lap. Still wins the race by 5 seconds. So I definitely get your point.
25 seconds, D-Butt?
25 seconds, but
just imagine right now this pod, we don't say a word for 25 seconds. We don't say a word for 25 seconds. And you racing cars and you got a 25-second lead, man.
When Usain Bolt was in the Olympics, did you watch his races? When it was time for him to run 100 in what, 3 or 2 Olympics at least? Did you like line up and watch him? Like, even though everybody knew he was going, everybody knew Michael Phelps was going to dominate.
But it was still
Serena.
it was still a big if factor in those. And again, I understand what you're saying.
I knew nobody would beat Usain unless he pulled a hammy.
It was a maybe. It was a maybe.
He like this with 30 meters left against the fastest people in the world.
And to Marcus's point, that was 4 years. We was waiting 4 years. So obviously, yeah, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch that. Shit, F1, sure. What
and we got Silverstone this weekend, baby. British Grand Prix.
Max, shout out to Max, man. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Red Bull. Getting y'all another win, another dub. It might not be 25 seconds, but it might be 15 seconds lead.
Behind him, it was some great racing though.
Shout out Lewis Hamilton. I got him on the podium this week. I got Max. I got Hamilton on the podium this week, and I'm gonna go Alonso. So
that's your podium, Max, Lewis, and Alonso.
Yeah, that's my podium.
All right,
I got Max first.
I'm gonna show you the odds for that. Maybe we can actually put together. We should put together a man-to-man part because that's gonna be a nice parlay. Because
hey, that's what I'm saying. That,
struggling,
right?
But hey, behind Max is a great race.
AB first F1 parlay, man.
Behind Max is some great racing. Okay, you got a tight race in the midfield right now. You got tight races behind for that second place: Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston Martin. So hey, tune in. All right, tune in. But it is domination because it's not only a driving sport, but it's also an engineering sport. It's an engineering competition too. So when your team is ahead of the game in that department, you're gonna have some domination. Speaking of domination, saw this on the internet this weekend. It's got the people going.
Man, I don't know why this was a question.
What'd you say?
I don't know why this was even a question.
I mean, I felt the same way when I first saw it. So you got Saquon Barkley, you got all day Adrian Peterson up here, you got Reggie Bush, and you got Ezekiel Elliott. Now, obviously, there were some greats before these guys: the Archie Griffins, the Barry Sanders, the Walter Paytons, like all these all-time great running backs in college. But these four, out of these four, and I said my answer was, hey, Reggie ain't close, not a debate. If you saw that shit live, you'd be like, it was just different. I thought Reggie was probably he was gonna have a chance to be the greatest football player of all time. That was my opinion when he was coming out of USC. But obviously, Adrian Peterson, a lot of people said he could have played NFL football coming out of high school.
Right.
And that you would have had an argument for me, him, probably Calvin Johnson, and a handful of other people. But what was your thoughts on this? College prime RB1 between these four.
Hey, Reggie Bush. But I would say this, right? I don't think it's by as much as people may think, because AP, I feel like this is what I'm gonna say, right? When we talking about football, like AP was a man amongst boys, right?
Grown
So
ass
it was
man,
him
yeah.
hitting the hole 80 yards, him hitting the hole 70 yards, him hitting the hole 60 yards. Reggie, the way he made it look was just, and that was running the ball out the backfield, receiving, punt returns. So like him starting, stopping, reversing field. So like he just made it look so easy. But obviously I got Reggie Bush 1, I got AP 2. No knock against Saquon and Ezekiel Elliott, because they had some great runs as well. But those my top 2. And yeah, I got Reggie. But that AP, man, like,
yeah,
he was a grown man. And then even with Reggie though, like, you got to think about it. He was splitting time with
Lindell.
with Lindell. So
yeah, we see some great ones. That Reggie shit, and I think all of us who watched them in college, you might have been. You was playing at the same time. I think these guys with Reggie for sure.
Yeah,
but that Fresno State game, I think it wasn't like Fresno State was like that great opponent. It wasn't like when you played Texas in the national championship or one of these other big matchups. But that game, to see that game on a college field, on a Division I college field, and to see one player like look like that, because a lot of, we see it in high school where it's like, oh yeah, that guy probably won't play in the NFL. But like to look at that field and the shit he was doing like that on that sideline, that step back, when he went
back, and then that's what I'm saying, cross field. So he just making it look so easy. Like, I'm like, damn, like he in college making like he really looking like you said, in high school, when you got that team that is going to go to states every year, playing that team that struggling for a win, ain't had a win in 4 seasons, and they just making it look crazy. But man, he was special, and I couldn't imagine. And we talk about this all the time, like in the chats. Like, I couldn't imagine Reggie Bush at USC during that time, during that era.
You talking about the NIL and all that surrounding, like in LA?
But everything, but like I couldn't imagine, man.
Hey, give him a Heisman back, man.
Yeah, facts. And it's crazy. When I was talking about, when I mentioned Lindell, we got to get Lindell on here, man, because he was in college in the backfield with Reggie Bush, and then he goes to the Tennessee Titans with CJ2K, man. We gotta rap just like on how that being part of maybe one of the best 1-2 punch in college, and then definitely going to the pros and having that 1-2 punch as well.
I was about to say he was a dog too.
Facts.
Lindell, he was a dog. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't give him too many carries when I played NCAA, but he got a few goal line short yardage for me. But yeah, 5-1 coming off that field. Once again, it wasn't just as a running back, but out of the backfield too. Getting the ball in his hands as a receiver, and then being that returner, like, it was different. And once again, not to take it, whenever you split hairs before, greats like this, it's gonna be split hairs. But that Adrian Peterson shit was, that North, you didn't want to see two-way North and South. And like you said, he can go 80 too. He had that breakaway speed. Yeah. You can shake, you can stiff, you can run you over. But it was just those other things I would say on top. Pause that 5 did out in USC. But man, that was an interesting question. Got the people going on the internet, and it was a lot of people in my responses saying, "Hey, boy, you tripping? That Adrian Peterson shit was."
Oh man, that was special. That was special, man.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
No question.
Yeah, man. What you want to get to next, man? Most of the people in the comments said Reggie.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, like no disrespect to the others, but that was just something different, man. I feel like EP, man, like from high school, college, and pros, he was just part of the same side.
Yeah, different. Has he hung it up yet, or he still?
Nah,
he's still trying to get out there.
Nah, AP. Nah, AP. Go chill out now. Go ahead. Like, It's time, baby. It's time.
Hey, get on that golf course like Reggie.
Man, let's end it with the NFL. So let's talk about Dame, man. Dame Lillard request trade from the Trailblazers, man. He's given Portland, I think, everything that he can give at this point. You know, they drafted Scoop. And obviously, I think that would be interesting just to see them two on the court at the same time. Dame could be that OG, but I think Dame he deserves a ring. He deserves a ring, and I know he mentioned that he would love to get down to South Beach with Jimmy Butler, with Bam, with Coach Spo. Man, I think it would be a good fit. It would be a good fit, man. As Miami Heat being one of your teams in the league, man. How you think
Miami Heat is my only NBA team?
How you feel about this move if they can make it happen?
I only got one team in the NBA, but I follow players a lot. I'm a big fan of the players, and Dame is one of my favorite players. Has been for a while now. His mindset, how he plays the game, he hasn't been very healthy the last few years, but his mindset, his clutchness in the clutch, not ever been afraid of the moment. And, it gets tough when you start to say, who deserves a ring and who doesn't. But he kind of feels like one of those players that at least deserves to be on a squad with a coach and a team that has a chance to go after one. So I would love Dame to come down here to Miami, man, to downtown Miami, playing that arena with Bam, with Jimmy. Outside of Bam, Jimmy, honestly, outside of Bam and Jimmy, like, we can move any other pieces to make it happen, in my opinion. No offense to any of my other dogs on the squad. We lost Strus already in free agency. We lost Gabe Vincent in free agency. We still got Kyle Lowry, hero in the contract. Duncan Robinson, I'm sure those pieces will probably be involved with that. But we can get him, man. Obviously, we have to stay healthy, but if we can get a three-headed monster with Dame, Jimmy, and Bam.
All right, now. So, like you said, like, you're going to have to move some pieces, man. Yep. What y'all bench going to look like? Because that's going to be the vital part. Like, we talk about these teams and, so
top heavy.
You look in, Phoenix right now and other places where, you got three dogs. But we all know you need that core. You need those role players.
Hey, you know what? We know what's important. So ain't too many Dames walk around this world. Ain't too many Dames become available for a team. Now, when you start to talk about role players and guys like that who can fill in and do their part night in, night out, but don't have to be that guy every night. I think that comes a lot down to the culture and the coaching and how you develop and how, you give and confidence to put them in the right spots. And I know Eric Spoelstra has done a great job at that. Pat Riley has done a great job at that, finding these gems, whether it's in the draft or in these. We had 4 undrafted players in the rotation. So if it's a team, if it's an organization that I trust to find those players and develop them, it's the Miami Heat. So I'm not worried about that. We need the big fish. We in win now mode. Jimmy, Bam, the squad, everybody brought us as far as we can get last year. We ran into a buzzsaw, with the joking them boys out in Denver. And it's some other squads in Denver, in the West, that I think will be coming next year too, and the East too. But we get Dame, we get that big fish. I got faith in us to figure out the rest.
All right. I don't want to get halfway during the season. I'm like, man, we ain't got nobody coming off the bench. Ain't nobody doing X, Y, and Z. So
I'll go give them 18 minutes off the bench if they need me. Spo, you got a 2-time champ up here in Palm Beach. Let me know.
Man, if you don't put them damn rings away, bro. Man, and speaking on NBA, man, we had a lot of, I'm not sure if we got those in the brands there, but we had a lot of guys run across some money this past weekend, man. Agents, dropping the dimes, free agent frenzy. A lot of guys getting money, man. A lot of guys getting money. Kyrie, as you see here, Grant here. Who you had? Draymond got the bag. Draymond, 100 mil, 4-year. Kyrie, 3-year, 126 with the Mavs. Grant, 5-year, 160 mil with the Blazers. And I think we can go on and on and on and on and on with
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain.
Indiana, small high school in Indiana. He just got 207 guaranteed.
Yep. Dylan Brooks, he got him a 20 a year.
80 guaranteed.
80. Hey, so again, man, shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to the guys. Rich Paul, man, he he raking it up right now, bro. He raking it up, man. But again, man, that's we talk about football being America's sport, but when you just talking about numbers, man, I was looking at a tweet where they were talking about the highest paid at every position in football compared to
with the guarantees.
With the guarantees compared to the basketball, it's just a different world. Obviously, with basketball only having 15 guys on the roster versus NFL got to pay a lot more dues, man. But man, looking at them numbers coming across the stream, man, I'm like, sheesh.
And it's the guarantee is the big thing because you see big numbers in all the sports, and honestly, baseball, basketball. I'm not sure what other sports fully guaranteed, but to have that type of security, hey, yeah, I just find 5,207, like, bro, I'm good. Now I can really just go out here and hoop and just enjoy life, man. So like you said, shout out to those guys. And it's tough. There's only 15 jobs. There's only so many guys that's going to get that type of bag when it comes to free agency. Obviously, when it comes to NBA basketball, you got to have the height for the most part. You have your outliers here and there, but you got to have a height. And then a skill set, man. And it's always kind of different debates about what sport is harder and this, that, and the third. But I went out to Jamaica, and a lot of the times we're teaching sports that aren't necessarily very popular in that area, that country. And I did it with football for a bunch of years, and then this year I did basketball. And football, like especially if you're familiar with soccer or rugby or any of these other sports, like 2 hours into a camp, you can see the development from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock and say, okay, it almost like completely different camp. Running slant routes, running digs, and spot catching. Basketball, you can come at 11 o'clock. You come back at 1, and we go like my man, coach for the Cavs, Paul Newman. He tried to have these boys do a 3-man weave.
Oh,
like it's like the probably the first drill because we didn't know where to. Bro, I'm talking about 20 minutes in, like, bro, we got
throw that. That's funny, man. I was at practice.
That skill set crazy.
My 7-year-old played first year playing organized basketball, and coach tried to have him do the 3-man weave. A bunch of 7, 8-year-olds. I'm sitting on the side, like, bro, like.
I'm like, I know your heart in the right place.
Like, come on now, not today, not on the first practice, But
he got me. Hey, let's show him one time, Cole. Let's show him one time. Got me on the right. I'm on the right side. Like, hold on, I ain't done a 3-man weave in about 20 years. But yeah, that skill set, just to be able to dribble and lay it up and shoot, pass. Like, it's just so many different layers to it. Where like football, baseball, obviously hitting that ball. Super tough, grounding and throwing. So every sport, golf, I'm obviously playing golf. That's the toughest I done played. But yeah, man, that basketball, man, you see why they getting these type of bags. Ain't too many people walking around obviously that big, and then you gotta have the coordination, the skill set, et cetera, et cetera. But shout out to those guys, man. And who else got paid?
Sure. They just had it in here. Bruce Brown, he got him a little bag. Halliburton from the Pacers got that bag for real. Tyler.
Well, what teams you like? What teams you think help themselves the most in this? Either trade, free agency. We done had the draft now. what team, that kind of stunk it up last year in the NBA, you think is going to make some type of step forward this year?
Man, I like
LA made some moves. They kept Reeves, Rui.
Yeah, yep.
One of
LA
your squads.
but they didn't they didn't stink it up. I think it's still gonna be tough in that West because you just like you said, like Denver, man. Denver just tough. You still got, I think, Sacramento. I think just with them, with the young mob that they have, and just shoot, Sabonis. He got paid. So just having that continuity and just having, bringing your pieces back. I just think Sacramento's going to be a dog this year.
Yeah.
I'm interested in San Antonio. Had the #1 pick. I'm real. I think we talked about this on the show previously. I'm interested to see how they're going to do. Every time Coach Pop, one of the greatest to ever do it, every time he's had a #1 pick, it's worked out for him. And then I've seen another picture of young boy Tony Parker having breakfast and watching film. You know what I mean? So I just like that about that whole organization as far as like how they're going into him, because he could be that next one. If Miami could get Dame, that's gonna be big.
Huge.
Out there in Phoenix, man, with Bradley Beal, the addition of Bradley Beal, I'm still not sold on that move. Obviously you got 3 dogs who can score the bucket, who can get it done from anywhere on the court, but I just don't know. I think coaching is gonna be huge out there in Phoenix. And Memphis, even Memphis, I think adding Marcus Smart, I think could do some.
How long is Ja? 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the stat sheet, you might not think, Marcus Smart gonna come out and give you, this amount of points, but I still think he could be a valuable asset to that team. And obviously, you got to get your star player, man. You got to get him in the right mindset to be able to be that leader.
Yeah.
Not only on the court, but off the court as well, man. But Sacramento, I think Sacramento gonna be that team, man.
I'm interested to see. Kyrie, he was talking to some other teams and this thing, end up signing back with Dallas. I'm interested to see how him and Luka continue to grow and play together. But I love that's probably my favorite backcourt. Them two together, just two savants with that ball in their hands. So 2 guys who can finish, who not scared of the moment. We have seen Luka make runs in the playoffs already. We obviously seen what Kyrie done on the biggest stage. So if seems like Kyrie, locked in and he re-signed with Dallas, so you'd assume that's somewhere he want to be at least for the next few years. So I'm definitely interested to see how that relationship continues to grow on and off the court, man. But I like that Dallas squad going forward.
Yeah, and then you get an off season together. I think how important that is.
Facts.
When you bring somebody mid-season, you really don't have that much time. It's really like, okay, we gotta find our way amongst all the noise. But to be able to have the off season with one another and really sit down, talk, watch film, practice sessions, I think that's big too. I think that's gonna be huge.
Saw Kyrie out there playing some receiver too. Speaking of his offseason, it's impressive. That's a guy that I would expect to be athletic.
Yeah, athletic.
And be able to play, multiple sport, hand-eye coordination, explosion, change of direction, all those type of things.
Look at here, man.
Tall.
Look at here. Man, we've seen it. We've seen football players go out there in some shorts, run some routes, and we talk about who you think can play. We've seen football players go out there in shorts.
First, second rounders.
And when them pads come on, like, damn, what happened to my man? So again, let's hold off on a.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I understand. It's just a conversation piece. We seen Draymond, athlete. No, not. But I'm just saying, like when he was able to put the pads on, it is different. it is different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
That's
expect
the separator.
Yeah, the huge separator. So I get it when basketball players out there, they can run, they can jump, lateral, So I get it. I would expect them to be able to go out there, in some shorts on turf, give a little bit of, hand-eye coordination, bring the ball in, catch the ball with your hands. But to be able to say who can go out there and play,
that's So I talked about the different sports, that skill set on the basketball court, all that stuff. That's the ultimate separator in football. Like you said, we've seen it on all the different levels. Guys come in from the college because every step you go up, the skill level obviously goes up, but the physicality goes up as well. Because you out there, it's one thing getting hit by a 19-year-old. It's a different thing getting hit by a 29-year-old who's been doing it for 20 years. So, that's the ultimate separator. Like you said, running routes and doing all that. And then when you get hit and got that snot in your visor,
and what?
Can you get up, get back to the huddle, and listen to a player go do it again? So that's definitely the ultimate separator in our great sport.
Yeah, again, I don't want to take away anything from, because there's been guys that's transition from the basketball to have a very successful career in the NFL, but the majority, I don't think, will be able to do it and be successful.
That's a fact. But before we get up out of it, before we move on to the rest of the stuff we got to talk about, we're gonna drop this FanDuel read real quick, about 45 seconds. We'll see y'all on the other side. This summer, get into all the sports action with FanDuel and get 10 times your first bet amount in bonus bets, up to $200. That's right, just bet $20 and you'll land $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. That's $200 you can spend betting everything from the money line to point spreads to player props and more, all on the app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Plus, when you win, you can get paid instantly. There's no better place to bet than FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. So sign up today and visit FanDuel.com/M2M live to get up to $200 in bonus bets, baby. There we go.
There you about how many takes?
One
take.
One take, shorty. One.
All right.
One take. We're gonna start pre-recording going forward so that we AB ain't like reading out loud in front of the class. Hey, raise your hand if you want to read it next.
You crazy.
Can I go to the bathroom?
You crazy. Now, Keith, it's recorded, man. D-Bus said it was one take, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Let me look at my phone right now. It was 2 takes. It was 2 takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 2 takes.
You good?
It was 2, yeah. I had to run it back real quick. But
Javier B, what's the Elway take? You heard something about that, D-Buck?
I don't know what happened with Elway. I know one thing though. This league right here, we talking about FanDuel. I wonder what my odds would be to be the MVP in this. Hey!
Yeah! Ooh. Ooh. Hey, this will get some. Hey, I don't care what you're talking about. Hey, that will get some viewership right there.
Oh no, MVP again. Oh, big fella. Big fella been waiting
Left
for that his
hand.
whole life.
Jump too late. Hey.
Big fella. That first one right there.
He looked at him. Look how he looked at him. Look how he looked at him.
Yeah.
Look how he looked at him. Yeah. That left hand one.
Hey, he almost took off for the free throw line. Y'all can have the dunks, though. Y'all can have the dunks. Just give me, that's more rain. That's a 1.5 foot lower. I'm pulling up from the other free throw line. Y'all can have the dunks.
That would be an interesting league.
Somebody get hurt.
Huh?
Somebody get hurt for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That would be a good one though. That would be a good one.
Oh, okay. He said the Elway commercial take. Only do it once. Run it back now. That might have been Marino. That might have been Dan Marino. Dan Marino was a gangster. I remember they tried to. Nah, send it. Send it. Shout out Dan the man though. But yeah, that was the 8.5 rim league, and I retweeted it saying, man, y'all got to grow up, move on. And a lot of people was like, hey, damn, what you talking about, deep? But where I signed up.
What? Man, look, I promise you, that will get some views. If you do it right, you got the production right. Hey, because you probably got some old dogs who, you know what I'm saying, like knees kind of iffy. At the second game, you see them on the side with the ice on their knees, but you bring that joint down like another 1.5, they probably can still get busy. The jumper probably still crazy.
Facts.
Hey.
Layup package insane.
Filet
might be.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That'd be fun. We had an argument when we had Renee Montgomery on, the great Renee Montgomery, obviously multiple NCAA champion, multiple WNBA champion, now part team owner.
Hey, phones off in the meeting room.
This phone is off, actually. This damn watch, bro. I'm starting to hate this Apple Watch, actually, because my alarms be going off. Watch still be going off in the alarm. But anyway, we having today on.
You started something, because I be hating with the Apple Watch. So when you set your Apple Watch up when you working out, right?
So
you running, you walking, you golfing, whatever the case may be. So I'm trying to see, okay, how many miles I get in, what my heart rate at. And then it pauses on me.
Yeah.
Bruh. And I don't know it paused. So now I'm looking at like where I'm at. That shit 5 minutes.
30 minutes later, you looking like, I know.
I'm like, come on, Apple.
We got to fix that.
I'm like, come on, Apple.
We got to fix that. We need to clip this. We need to fix that. It got to stop pausing. Just assume I'm still working. Track it. Do whatever you're doing.
Do what you do.
And then the alarm that gotta. When I set my 7, 8, whatever alarm it is, and I hit that off or whatever I hit on my phone, that should just go to all the other devices. No reason I gotta get up and then do it with my phone too, but my watch too. But yeah, I guess those first world problems. But somebody can fix it. AI can fix it. Speaking of AI, real quick before we move on to this NFC South. I don't know if you even seen this yet. It's another AI report every day. We ain't learned our lesson, obviously, from all these movies we grew up watching. But AI glasses will give humans superpowers now to tell if people are lying to you or if they're attracted to you. Would you even want to wear those?
Yeah, the lying part, yeah, I would. Hey, give me that. Don't waste my time, man. Hey, yeah, give me that. The line, yeah, I need
What'd
that.
What'd you say? How say that again?
One more time.
One more again?
Yeah, I'm good. Going about your business. I definitely get that. Now, as far as attractive, I ain't, I'm married. We good.
Yeah, this AI stuff getting scary, man. Getting scary.
They better, like you say, better be careful with this, man. They get carried away.
Getting scary. It make a lot of things a lot easier. At some point it's going, like, my playlist, I would love for AI to continue making my play. Hey, we got some music for you. We're going to play some music you like. I'll be on point with that. All this other stuff, I scared.
Yeah. Man, before we get out of here, man, like we said last week, AFC South preview.
Yep.
This week, we're going to talk about this NFC South, man. NFC South, before we get up out of here, appreciate y'all joining in. Shout out to FanDuel.
Jesus.
Going crazy. Right now, NFC South, shout out to FanDuel. They have New Orleans Saints at plus 135, the Atlanta Falcons at plus 220, Carolina Panthers at plus 330, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at plus 700.
Damn.
Plus 700. and we're gonna kick it off, man. Atlanta Falcons regular season win totals. Over or under 8.5 wins for the Atlanta Falcons? Under.
That's an easy under for me. Let me write that down because I gotta go.
They must know something, D-Butt.
Hey, me
8.5?
too. I know something too. Under -105 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Under 8.5 wins for the Atlanta Falcons. Why? So I say under for me. Completely unproven at the quarterback position, the most important position in sports. Now, obviously, you're in a division that's we don't expect to be very competitive, but who knows what happens when this real season rolls around. But 8, that's a lot of wins. 9 wins, a lot of wins for them. Kyle Pitts, you got to expect him to make a jump. Drake London, he drafted John Robinson, top 10. You got Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, hey,
defense. We got some people.
Hold on, D-Butt. You saying some names, D-Butt.
Under. I know the NFC ain't as strong as the AFC. Under. Easy under for me.
You started running them names over. Hey, I don't know.
Under. Where you at with it, AB? 8.5.
I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under with you, but you started running them names off, man. Like
they got some talent. Shit, it's an NFL. Everybody got talent.
I gotta go back and look at their defense.
Hey, lost Casey Hayward. Who did they draft? I'm gonna say they got another corner.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta go back and look at their defense because
they signed Jesse Bates too.
Okay, that's a great
AJ Terrell.
Yeah,
solid.
Hey, I don't know, D, but I'm gonna go back and do some research. I'm gonna come back to that.
Nah, we need the over under right now. We need
8.5 NFC. Atlanta might surprise you. I'm gonna go over. Just because I'm gonna go over.
Wow. AB over 8.5 wins for the Falcons.
I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, nah. I ain't taking that. Won't get me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who we got next? The Bucks got them finishing last, basically with the odds, plus 700 to win the division. Over under 6.5 wins for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Once again, uncertainty at the quarterback position.
Damn, seven. Can they get 7 wins?
7 wins. Todd Bowles at the helm. Baker's gonna have Baker or who at quarterback? Trask.
Dang, 7 wins. I feel like
6-11. Does that sound realistic?
Yeah. It sounds realistic. Yeah, it definitely does.
I think I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over. I can see the Bucks getting 7 wins. I'm gonna expect Baker to win the job. Baker Mayfield. Hall of Famer Mike Evans out there. You got Chris Godwin out there.
Yeah.
You got Shad White in the backfield. You got some solid O-line who we think can get healthy. Got re-signed Levante David. Devin White still on the roster for now. I could take 7 wins, 7-10 at least. What say you, AB?
They look bad last year with the GOAT.
They did.
So with you talking about Baker and Kyle Trask?
They did. Who's the OC now? Because they fired Leftwich as the OC.
That's tough, man. I'm gonna go under.
There's a question. We need Evans to keep that 1,000-yard streak going. Yeah, I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under. Nakiba said they played AFC South and the NFC North.
Oh, okay. So that's why that Falcons win total so
Don't worry about it. You don't worry about it.
It makes more sense now, but I'm going 7 with the Bucks. I'm still taking under Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where you at with the Bucks?
Under.
Okay.
Under.
All right, we on opposite sides of the first two.
Yeah. We got the Carolina Panthers. Rookie quarterback. Over 7.5 wins. Over under 7.5.
Ooh.
DB had to scratch his head on.
Who do I honestly? I think this division comes down to the Panthers and the Saints.
The Falcons, man, you tripping?
I don't have much. I don't have faith
gonna be in that mix.
I'm gonna be honest. They did fight in a lot of games last year, but we remember betting on Atlanta, what that experience was like and has been like. Kyle Pitts, the hype coming in, one of the greatest tight end prospects ever. I think he went 4 overall?
5, something like that. Yeah, top 5.
Haven't seen it yet. Drake London, obviously great talent as well. Once again, unproven quarterback. I'm not sold on Atlanta at all, but I like Bryce. Once again, another team with a solid offensive line, great pieces on defense.
As you said in Atlanta, like the quarterback's not proven. So with Bryce, it's the same conversation, correct?
No,
he's proven.
Not proven, unproven on the NFL level, but I'm taking Bryce Young, the number 1 overall pick, for a reason, over Desmond Ridder, who I would anticipate being a starter in Atlanta. Who did they sign to back him up or to compete with him in Atlanta? Slipping my mind right now. But I'm taking Bryce Young. Did lose DJ Moore. What was that, 7.5?
7.5.
Bryce Young win 8 games as a rookie. That defense, man, I love that defense, though. J.C. Horn, Derek Brown. We got Chin, we got Thompson, we got Burns. I'm going over. They finished 1 or 2 in this division. I'm going over. Frank Wright put together a great staff, brought over Thomas Brown from the LA Rams to be the OC, Josh McCown to be the quarterback coach. I'm going over.
Okay.
I feel good.
I'm with you. I'm gonna go to over. I'm gonna go with Carolina. I'm gonna go with them. Like you said, defense. I love the defense. I think not even on the field. I just think in the meet room, the staff that Frank was able to put together, the people that he got in the building, man. I think that will help just with the wealth of knowledge. Obviously, the guys got to go out there and put it together. But I'm with you. I got Panthers. I feel like they can win 8 games this year.
Okay, and it was Taylor Heineke who was, according to the chat, that sounds right. Who was the backup? Right. Yeah, the backup in Atlanta. And the Panthers also signed Miles Sanders too.
Yep, from Philly
to help shore up that backfield, which I like a lot.
Thielen.
In
the wide receiver room. Obviously, he's not going to give you what he wants to have, but again, I think that's important to have in your locker room, just in general. Pros. So tight end wise, they was able to go out and get who they got from Cincinnati.
Not Hurst. They get Hurst. 88.
I think so.
Panthers made some moves. A lot of people buying into them. Actually, once we get through the Saints, we actually got the betting trends from FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yeah, Hurst.
It's Hurst?
Yeah.
Hayden Hurst?
Yeah.
Okay. Hayden Hurst. All right, let's get to these Saints. The best quarterback in the division with Derek Carr, in my opinion. I would think you would agree with me. Not sure you agree with that statement.
No, I agree with you now. Going into the season, I agree.
Okay, so Derek Carr, we think they got the best quarterback in the division. We hope Michael Thomas can be healthy again. Chris Olave had a great rookie year. Alvin Kamara, will he be out there and be consistent? and healthy again. And then on defense, they got great pieces as well. Cam Jordan, Lattimore, the names go on. But Demario Davis, their over-unders, so they're basically picking to win it, obviously. Over-under set at 9.5. 9.5. I think I feel this division, I feel like it's going to be won with a 10-7 type team. So that's right here. 9.5 for the Saints, though. What do you feel about this one?
I'm gonna
playing
go
against
over.
the NFC North and the AFC South.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over. Like you said, mentioning with Card quarterback, hopefully Michael Thomas. Offensively, man, I think they could get it done. Defensively, they always gonna be bringing a squad on that defensive side of the ball. Playing downhill, making plays.
Yep.
On every level, man. They got key contributors in the trenches, second level, and in that secondary, man. So I have the Saints.
Oh, they did sign Jamal Williams too.
Yeah.
Great anytime touchdown scoring bet last year at least. Alvin Kamara may have a suspension for a few games for some off the field stuff. So that was a big signing for them. Those Taysom Hill still on the roster. He's still a weapon. He's still somebody you got to be aware of.
Man, as we go through this division, man, I think this division going to be pretty competitive. I think they always are, regardless if it's.
I don't think they never have back-to-back winners.
Yeah, regardless if it's they trying to scramble to get the 7 or 8 wins or whatever the case may be. But if you're looking at it with New Orleans, with Carolina, what they're trying to do, and then I really think that Atlanta's going to be, be solid. As of right now, it looks like Tampa Bay is going to be that, pulling up the rear in the division. But
so all right, so that's a great segue right there. We can go back to the preseason odds. Where we are right now, at least. Saints are favored to win it. It's according to the FanDuel Sportsbook at plus 135. Then the Falcons plus 220. Panthers plus 330, and then the Bucks once again at plus 700. How do you see this this division finishing out? I'm gonna go with Saints win it, Panthers second, Bucks third, Falcons fourth. That's how I have this division playing out this season. How you got the NFC South playing out?
Man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Panthers, New Orleans, Falcons.
Panthers win it.
Panthers, New Orleans, Falcons, Bucks.
Okay. Let's see what G.I. Joe got. Panthers, New Orleans, Bucks, Falcons. Okay. Let's look at what the now FanDuel sent this to us because once again we told them we'll be talking about the NFC South. So they sent some of the betting trends and what's going on out there with the public. So the bet percentage of who the public is betting to win the NFC South right now. The public, 39.9% of the public is betting on the Falcons to win this division. Surprising to me. Second place, Panthers at 28.9%. Then the Saints, 24%. And then the Bucks pulling up the rear, only 6.7% right now. And then the handle percentage, which is a little different, which teams are taking the most handle / money to win the NFC South. So this is the team that's getting the most actual money put on them, and that's the Saints, 37.5%. Then you got the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Bucks. And then the original odds where they opened up and where they are now, Saints opened up at plus 210, and now they're at plus 135. Falcons opened up at plus 470, now they're at plus 220. Panthers opened up at plus 200, now they're at plus 330. The Bucks opened up at plus 270 and now are at plus 700. That's probably before Tom really retired. So yeah. I'm still going with the Saints to win it.
I'm going with
I like it.
With the Panthers, so I think it's going to be competitive. We get to that last quarter of the season, man, and I think it's going to be, a game or two from, maybe the top two in the division, man. But again, always NFC South, man, always competitive as far as who's going to come out on the top. So,
yep, always, rarely, and like you said, even when they had Drew Brees and Cam Newton was in that division, Matt Ryan. Rarely, I don't think ever did the NFC South have that back-to-back division winner. And once again, something that's big when it comes to win totals. What other divisions are you playing? That's something we knew as players, we knew as teams. So you're gonna be playing the AFC South once again. That's the Colts, the Titans, the Jags, and the Texans. You're also going to be playing the NFC North. Who's in the NFC North?
NFC North, we have their command. No, that's the East. The North. The North. Who we got? NFC North.
The Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah. Detroit Lions.
Bears.
And
Packers.
Yeah.
Packers, Vikings, Bears, and the other team.
Lions.
So, Lions. And Detroit Lions. So we did AFC South, NFC South. Where you want to go to next?
Man, we go back to the AFC, man. We'll go so we did it South. Let's go AFC North.
AFC North next week, Monday. We're gonna preview that. We're gonna obviously have the betting trends there. We're gonna make our picks for the division there as well. AFC North. Once again, another knockout, drag out division historically, and teams look a lot different now. The Ravens.
Woo. OBJ.
Woo. OBJ.
Lamar.
Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
We know that tight end room, Mark Andrews, likely. We know the backfield. That's a mob. Defensively, historically, they always going to show up on defense. Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, 757 legend.
Shout out.
He's going to show up. Not Trubisky. Kenny Pickett going into his second year as a starter. Who else we got in the AFC North?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Your Cincinnati Bengals?
I won't say that. My Cincinnati Bengals, man. We already know what they do. Joe Cool and company, man, going out there and get it done. And then, the Cleveland Browns. I think, as football fans, regardless of what happened off the field to Deshaun Watson, I think we kind of expected, what we saw last year's first games on the field, coming off his suspension, but getting a full off season, nobody can take away his talent on that field.
Yeah.
One of the top quarterbacks to play the game when he's suited up. So I think Cleveland's going to be much better than what they were last year. So again, that AFC North.
Be a close one.
For sure.
I'm interested to see those odds. Obviously, I would anticipate the Bengals probably being favored to win it.
I would think.
Yeah, probably. If I had to guess right now, I haven't looked yet, but I would guess the Bengals, probably the Ravens, Browns, and the Steelers. But once again, all four teams who we know going to show up and compete. Feel like pretty good coaches as well in that division, all up and down.
It's hard to even think.
Yeah, that's good.
It's hard to think Pittsburgh being the the last in that division because again,
same with the AFC East. The Patriots, most people gonna put them at last in that division. So
yeah, but I'm just thinking about the past couple seasons for the Patriots has not been the best or what we've grown accustomed to. But at least with Pittsburgh, we know, like you said, Mike Tomlin's gonna have that team ready to play, regardless of who's on that roster. That hey, he's never had a season below 500. But to think of, damn, they're gonna be at the last team in that division is tough, man. But I'm excited for this one. I think this one's gonna be a good one. Yeah. We can break this one down.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to catching back up with everybody next week, Monday. July. This is last month of no football. We get a lot of people report to training camp at the end of this month. I was actually golfing with my guy Jacoby Brissett, the other day, a couple of days ago. Compete for a job out there to be the Commanders quarterback. He was talking about, reporting when the quarterbacks go in and how Eric Bieniemy been in that building. Loving them so far. I love that receiver room. We talked a lot about that, so I'll be interested to talk about that division as well. But I'm excited for football season, as usual.
As you should be, man. As you should be.
As usual, man. So last month without football, so that means a few more man-to-man pods without NFL football going on. Looking forward to it, man. So looking forward to seeing y'all again on Monday. My guy AB, man. Hey, get your swings in this week, man. Obviously,
I think this week is going to be tough, man. This week is going to be tough. Obviously, we're doing some traveling for work. We in VA.
Okay.
We in VA here in VA now, man. Yesterday took the kids to the water country, the water park. Today we going to Busch Gardens, man, and then we shooting back to Charlotte on Tuesday. But then
where's the Busch Gardens out there?
It's in Williamsburg, so right, pretty much right next to each other. In Williamsburg, Virginia. I know y'all got a Busch Gardens down there in Florida. In Tampa. Yep, in Tampa. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna go do that. But then Wednesday, I'm actually gonna be down there. Your way, obviously. The Sports Entertainment Group. Every year we do a retreat for the guys before they head off to training camp, man. So we're gonna be down there. So I might be able to get some if I can tap into let me get in my Rolodex, man, because I gotta, maybe go on the range or give me a few holes while I'm down there. And
you might want to link up with DJ Khaled while you down the Yayo. He'll be golfing somewhere around that general vicinity. But y'all do that right, man. Was that last year I went?
Yeah, it was last year.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got a chance to go and be somewhat a part of that retreat and sit in on and listening to you and Lang. Kendall Langford, D Ford, and some other guys just kind of, give just a lot of game, a lot of insight to these young players on and off the field who need it. Obviously, you've seen every side of it going into the league, having a long, successful career in the league, and then having a successful career post-NFL on the field and obviously off the field, more importantly, as, being a family man. So I think that's great for those young guys to see us. That's awesome how y'all do it. We actually still got some interviews we need to put out before this depth season kick off.
Yeah,
some of your guys, that's a part of the agency, so it's a part of the family, should I say? So yeah, that'll be fun. I might have to get down there and see what's going on down there, man. But
facts, you more than welcome, my brother.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So we'll see y'all Monday.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully have some. We'll see if Max might pull off a win this weekend.
Ain't no Mike, man. Shout out to Max, man, on the win this weekend.
Wait, I need your podium again.
I said Max won. I said Hamilton, and I said
was it Alonso? Perez? Leclerc?
It wasn't Perez. I think it was Alonso.
Okay.
Man, I gotta holler at I'm gonna holler at you. Yeah. We gotta get that one. We gotta get that ball, like, because it's gonna be.
We gotta see what developments these teams bring, what the cars, what they bring. We know Red Bull gonna be ahead of the game, but the other car won't know if Mercedes was on some bullshit this past weekend. Will those struggles continue?
Let me tell you this.
And it's their home race too, AB.
Let me tell you this. If I hit on this parlay,
you're gonna have some great odds on it. I'm gonna let you know right now.
If I hit on this parlay, it's gonna be hell on the next show. I'm trying to tell you. I'm putting a disclaimer out there right now. If I hit on this parlay, on this F1, I need me a damn Fandor helmet too.
Hey, we got you. Gonna put your logo. We'll put your logo right on top too.
And
we got you. I ain't gonna put it on today, but we'll see y'all Monday. Hey, AB, let them know what they gotta get it in, man.
Hey, it's Monday. You know what it is. You get your 30 minutes. I'm gonna go get mine It's gonna be walking today, walking the hills with the little ones. But I'm gonna get mine 30 minutes. Get your 30 minutes, man. Sweat, get that heart rate up. You know, if you got the Apple Watch, man, make sure you check it, man. It's gonna pause on you a little bit, but at the end of the day, man, health is wealth. Health is wealth. You know, do what you need to do. Be there for your family, baby.
Yes, sir. You out here, man. Hey, enjoy. Have a safe, fun 4th of July with your family. Whatever you do, celebrate whatever you do. I don't know if you have work off or not. I know some people do, some people don't. But enjoy that. Be safe. Safety is key. If y'all gonna be messing around with the fireworks around them, use a long lighter. Won't want no back up, Terry. Back up, Terry. Back up.
If you are the one lighting the fireworks, make sure you got some lace-up shoes. Don't be out there in the sandals, in the flip-flops or whatever, because you're gonna have to get out of there. You don't want to, you know, you don't want your sandals and shit folding up on the front and all that. Trying to get out of there.
Put the Crocs in sports mode if you got them on. I have mine on, but like you said, put it in reverse, Terry. Oh man, we'll see y'all on Monday, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we talking, man to man. They can't guard me, man to man. They don't wanna see us, man to man. They don't know how to beat us, man to man. Man to man, man to man, man to man. Yeah, man. Must be the struggle that's in me, that's why I want it so bad. Must be the hustler in me that keep my foot on the gas. When you got it from nothing and hard times ain't so bad, just know I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I put my life inside it, yeah, I kept it solid. Yeah, I played the field, that's how I feel about it. We put numbers on the board, we always up the score. Yeah, we stuck to the plan and never ran. Now they can't see us, man. Yeah, we talking, man to man. They can't guard me, man to man. They don't wanna see us, man to man. They don't know how to beat us, man to man. Man to man, man to man. Man to man.
Any way we can get it, baby. Any way we can get it.